Windows 10 Remote Desktop Connection using Azure AD Credentials. My organization is running Windows 10 joined to Azure AD Organization, completely cloud-hosted, i.e. no on-prem Active Directory. I log into my PC with a username in the form of username@organization.com with no issues and have enabled remote desktop connections to this PC. If I attempt to remote desktop from another PC on the LAN or from home, my credentials are always deemed invalid. If I attempt to log in using a local account via RDP, it works just fine. Can anyone suggest why Azure AD Credentials do not work over RDP or how to enable this feature?
It is possible. Basically, you have to ensure no authentication information is sent when connecting, forcing the login screen to appear. To do this, you must create and edit an .rdp file. Open the remote desktop connection window, enter the computer name or IP. Save connection settings, show options, save as. Open the save.rdp file in a text editor, and make sure these rows exist like this. Load this into RDC, open button. Connect, provide Azure AD Credentials, enjoy. Note, when setting up the computer accepting the connection, make sure not to force network level authentication checkbox on the menu where you allow the remote connections. Credits where it's due, morgansimonsonblog.azurewebsites.net.
Starting in October 2022, there is a new method that uses conditional access, allows passwordless authentication methods, and enables SSO or at least storing the login token. You basically just go to the Advanced tab of the RDP client and check Use a web account to sign into the remote computer. There are some caveats, however. You cannot connect to the remote computer using an IP address but must use the hostname matching exactly the Entra device name. In my case, I used an Azure VM and the name of the Azure VM had more than the 15 characters allowed for Entra devices, and therefore the hostname was truncated to 15 characters. So I had to define a DNS entry with the truncated name pointing to the VM's public IP. However, that still showed the error with error code CAA20002 with the server message ADS293004. The target device identifier in the request target device ID was not found in the tenanted in the RDP client and the Entra sign-in logs. Luckily, Tyler Sherman found out what is missing. You have to add the domain to the domain registry key. For me on AW11 remote machine, it was not NV domain, contrary to what Tyler says. In the registry key HKLM /system/current control sit /services /pip /parameters.